Oh, sweet Jesus.
Straight off the bat, guys, this film is very divisive. You're either going to love it or potentially hate it. Either way, it will mess you up.
And of course, we're talking about Darren Aronofsky's Mother! Exclamation point.
Exclamation
Or is
point.
it just Mother?
Mother!
Mother stars Javier Bardem and Jennifer Lawrence, and is about a newlywed couple that are living in their country home. And Jennifer Lawrence is kind of like a DIY fixer-upper kind of person. And she's renovating this house, making it look really nice, trying to make it a paradise for them.
Yeah, she's rebuilding this home piece by piece.
Piece by piece.
Lovely.
And Javier Bardem's character is like a poet or a writer, and he's struggling to kind of finish his new piece, and he struggles with inspiration.
Yeah, he's got a bit of writer's block. Yeah,
A bit of writer's block. So he's kind of stuck away in his room, and she's just working away trying to repair this house. Then out of the blue, they get some visitors of Ed Harris and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yep.
They're two random guests, and she's very much like, why are we letting random people in our house?
Why would you invite strangers in here?
But he kind of loves the fact that they're almost giving him inspiration.
Yeah.
So the story just kind of unravels this whole chaotic story about, their relationship. It's very hard to explain this movie without giving anything away.
Yeah, I was saying earlier that it's the kind of film that the less you know going into it, the better.
Yes.
The better off you'll be after having seen it.
Like all of Darren Aronofsky's work, this film just really hits like personal beliefs, kind of really shock value, kind of just gets the nitty gritty of kind of the human condition. And if you've seen a bunch of his other films before, like Requiem for a Dream, The Fountain, Wrestler, Black Swan, Noah, he hits a nerve with certain films, and this film is no excuse. I mean, first off, I want to talk about the cinematography of the movie.
Oh, please, can we do that?
Cinematography is so tight. All the shots are so close.
Yep.
There's never a steady shot, like it's never like on a tripod or anything. It always feels like it's handheld and always kind of following.
I think it is. Yeah, it must be the whole thing was shot handheld. I think. Yeah. The way it's choreographed as well, like all the movements are just perfect. Like whenever a character moves, like the camera will just follow. Yeah, always following perfectly. And I'd read that they had done something like 3 months of rehearsals leading up to the film to get to nail like the layout of the house and just how the camera's going to move with all the action and stuff.
Jennifer Lawrence is definitely the staple of this movie, so the camera's always with her.
Yeah,
it's
always.
never goes out with anyone else. We're always strictly from her perspective.
Yep.
Some of the camera work, and along this goes with the editing as well. Like I found it was a bit jarring and kind of unsettling, and they did that for a reason. And like it feels,
reason.
There was a few moments I was watching it, I was a bit like, man, it feels like they're cutting uncomfortably to try and like, and it was really smartly done, and so I really appreciate that kind of artistry. Another technical aspect I really liked about this movie was the sound design. Oh, there's just such a attention to detail with like there was always, I think like in every shot or every scene there was at least creaking floorboards or there's movement or some kind of life happening within the house. Like it's almost got like a haunted house kind of feel to it.
It does actually, which is crazy. And then whenever Jennifer Lawrence's character, she has like a headache or something like that, then just the sounds that like they drag out these specific sounds that she hears at the time.
Echo kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's really creepy and like really cool.
Jennifer Lawrence performance, amazing. Like hands down, the best film I've seen her in.
Yeah,
ever.
I would agree. She's fantastic in this. Yeah.
I mean, Hunger Games I couldn't care about. Passages was mediocre, but this one she really just a role that she could sink her teeth into.
Yeah.
And Javier Bardem, their relationship and their chemistry, and I mean the dude's just such a good actor in general. Yeah. And I wasn't
that charisma, man. Ed Harris and Michelle Pfeiffer as well. I personally think that Michelle Pfeiffer, for me, of those two at least, she was outstanding.
She was, super cold. She's just got those looks. She just got those steely eyes that just kind of can destroy your soul.
Definitely her best role since Catwoman.
Meow.
Now, what this film is going to be known for is its content.
Oh, yes.
It's definitely going to be a film that's going to be talked about, I think, for at least the next couple of years. Because I think...
For sure.
It's... You do not get these films as like a general release.
No.
This comes off very much like like an art house kind of cinema that's just gotten a wide release. Yeah. Because the content, guys, can be very hard to watch. Like, it takes a lot for me to be like, yeah. But this movie, there was just points in the film where I was like, holy shit. Like the film in New Zealand is rated R16.
I thought it was
R18.
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 Yeah.
You're right. I thought when watching it, I was like, this isn't an R18.
I thought the exact same thing. I spent half the film going, why is this R18? And then it gets to that turning point.
Oh, there it is. There it is. It's gonna test certain people. It's gonna freak certain people out. It's gonna push people to their boundaries of what they can and cannot watch. Because
it's a film people need to watch.
It is. The last act of the movie is just a steamroll of just go.
Just keeps going.
And the film escalates and escalates and escalates. And it's just, I sat at the end of the movie for the last half an hour. I left the cinema. I went to get some pizza. And I was quiet. Quiet for half an hour. I was just processing this film like crazy.
Yeah, it was the same thing. On the way home, I just had so many questions just rattling around my head. I was like, what the did I just see? Like, what happened here? What was this all about? Now, considering this whole film takes place just in their house, more or less, there is such a grand sense of scale, though. Just regardless of the fact that everything is just filmed within the confines of their home. There's just something epic and vast about the whole thing. Like, but you don't feel like it's not claustrophobic or anything. It's just something. The whole film is unsettling. Every character, you just think there's something not right about this person, but you don't know what it is until obviously things get revealed later on. But it's just like, it's very unnerving, the whole film. I feel like it's just one of these films that it's like going to go down in history as one of the most important films of this era, you know? Like, it's so, you have to see it. I feel like you got to go out and see it. If you're not comfortable with certain disturbing imagery, maybe give it a pass, but like, it's just something you have to check out for yourself, for sure. I caught myself at one point, I realized I was so drawn into the film, and then at one point I realized I was making a face. Like, I was just like, and then I realized I was doing that. I was like, did anyone see me doing that? I'm like 90% sure that Darren Aronofsky is like just a closet psychopath, but the man is a genius, obviously. When it gets to the end of the film, like it left me with a lot of questions, like which I was fine with. It's that kind of film. Regardless, this film I honestly thought was amazing. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10.
That was nice, man. It's a high score.
It is.
Overall, I had a really interesting time watching this movie. It's definitely a film that's kind of like, it's like rude, shocking, bloody, sick, kind of, it's a total amalgamation of all kind of feelings and emotions and kind of things. It's a hard film to process, and it's definitely, it's going to split people down the middle. Like Chris said, it grabs you, does not let go, and the film just takes you on this wild ride, and at the end you're just left speechless, and you're left people just being like, what? That was shit, or like, what? It's such a weird film to try to explain, and unfortunately I don't think we're doing it justice enough to but this is just our kind of the way that we perceived it, and like the way that we kind of felt watching it. It felt like everyone that worked on this movie just committed to it. Because it was done by like, it's quite a big studio. All it would have taken was one high top person just to bail and then just totally just fuck the movie up. But everyone committed to this movie, from the actors to the directors to the producers. Everyone was just like, we're gonna make this movie, this is how we're gonna make it.
Going all out.
And it shows, and I think it was really ballsy, and my hat goes off to them, because I think to have a film like this, to have people talking about it, with such vigor and passion, I think that's awesome, and we need to see more and more films like this. But technically the movie is great. Love the performances, love the look, love the story. It's a really, really interesting film, and people should definitely go watch it. Because it is a film that will split people, I'm finding it a very hard film to rate, or to review. So I'm going to do something quite controversial and not give it a score. I feel like if whatever you've heard Chris and I talking about, just take that as like, if it's something that you want to go see. Because I feel like if I gave it a score, I just feel like because it's so split with people, I don't think it's a bit difficult. So something weird, something different we haven't done before.
Can I take my score back, or?
It's just never enough.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us, guys. Hopefully you can process some of what was said today and sort of make up your own mind
like
as to
the movie, process it.
Whether you want to go and see it based on what we've said or not, but hopefully you do. I think it's worth checking out.
I mean, from far out, like, you've got a 9 out of 10 and then a question mark. It should definitely pique your interest to go see this film, and I think you'd be silly not to. I think get out there, go see the movie, and thank you as always for watching. And did you think the movie was just next level amazing? Let us know. Did you think it was
next level dog shit?
Piece of shit.
Let us know.
Please let us know below, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.